Okay, we're back. Because it might take a while because I make this into a serious. I'm playing this in one day, so I mostly invest in this because I know that I can maybe survive more. I think we can do a... Why isn't that turning? That is making me paranoid. I think we're going to make more of the roof. Let's see, can we get that one that I need? We can get 2 only, and tall is 4. So that doesn't seem so good of a deal. And place here. It's slowly working out. The inside is decent. We just need some lighting. And some food, preferably. Let's place more around to grow. Let's get more wood. And we can get this space going on. And we can steal more stuff. We need to. I'm gonna be like Meliodas every time he kept stealing stuff and he kept like asking Merlin for help every time he lost stuff. And she was like, "You're lucky that I actually brought it." And then she just like hands him. That was a dream episode. Let's get to the roof. Wooden boomerang. I don't think that much will help me if I stumble upon Titan. And that's a big if. And I like it they say, "Read me, you need help." And I'm like, I don't need help. You know who needs help? Nobody. Because I am powerful. I can do this on my own. This and this. Here and here. Gorge. Okay, that looks gorge. Now we're going to make it even prettier with a few more of these. Ta-da! See, I'm a master at this. Let's just place some of these. Yep, that looks nice. I'm just expecting someone to attack me, but no one has attacked me yet, which is surprising. Okay, let's make some of this, and let's place it on in here. Let's get more. Now, let's go make a little numbers. We're gonna go here because it's the nicest space area. And so we don't have mobs like going towards us, it's a safe place as well. Here we're gonna grow our little food. And watermelon. Squash that, we don't need that. But we are going to place it here so it can go here and here. And then the wheat, we can go to the other side. Just place a bunch. And just hope for the best. That's all we can do. We can hope for the best that it actually does grow and it's enough water to actually balance it out. But we'll see. We'll see. Because it can be a 350. We're going to place this here so it can grow. Here we're going to have more of this. We need more. I'm hoping we don't find more of those because I don't want the other ones. I don't know if you can eat from them. So I'm betting to bet that maybe, just maybe, we can actually make this one more. There we go. I'm surprised I've survived this far. Usually I get killed last minute. For now, I'm in the peaceful zone. I deserve it, okay? I'm 18 already. Because it's like my birthday. I deserve a peaceful round. I don't deserve to be attacked. So this today is just like a peaceful little play around. Which I am adoring because I don't want to mess around and get killed 24/7. Because while you guys enjoy it, I don't enjoy it because I get killed and you guys are getting to live. And you're just like, "Oh, she just gets butchered." And I'm like, "Yep, I'm butchered now again." Let's go and get more. Ooh, so many CDs. No Mercedes. Don't take my accent into account. I'm not talking about Mercedes. Can you imagine a car and Mercedes just pulls up all of a sudden when I just say that? That'd be too hilarious. Oh, do. More. Yay, we can eat more. Munchers, numbers. Okay, we have more apples in our systems. And let's plant more. I can see some of it is growing slightly, maybe, or I'm going blind. Here we're going to mine a little bit of this and place our remaining. That's not where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go here. And oh, get out of here. You're not meant to be there. And we're going to do this. And if you're asking how are you going to make this work so this doesn't like affect you, if you put wooden slabs, it still does the trick. It does the trick, trust me. It does the trick and it actually still waters your plants. And it does go up to 3, so if it doesn't water, you can also try putting water on top of it, except your all like pack will die. So best bet is you don't do that. I'm going to go back to my base, and I'm going to go place another stand. I'm going to stand this. I hear a zombie and I don't like that. We're going to place this little guy over and over here. And then we're going to place this on top of it. Ta-da! You have a little base here. You can place more of these oxyneals. So if you find like a beehive, you can actually try to mine it. I don't think you can mine it unless you have that special ability, enchantment, aka. I'm mostly mining this. Let's remove this. I'm going to place it downstairs. Because I'm thinking of making a little block here, so it's like a holder for all the things we have. If you don't know how I'm going to make it, we're just going to do this. And then we just place here in a minute. For now, you do this, you place this. And you have this, then you can like break this, and you get more seeds. Get more of these. Then, while we have this, we can make all these into seeds. And then we have everything done there. We look for the nearest place. And don't worry, even if you plant your like melons here, this one will grow here, this one will grow here. I believe it's automatic like that way. And we're gonna place a little bit more. I think that's around 7. Nope, we can mine one more. And boom. And here you can have them grow. I'm placing mostly here because I think it's a better idea than placing them elsewhere. I'm moving that because that's kind of weird. I'm thinking of placing more weeds here, so maybe we can get some fish to spawn here. And we can have this. I'm thinking. I need to place more stuff here. And preferably a torch so nothing spawns there. While we're just like grinding. And farming. Let's get on to the... I'll be soon playing Hollow Knight also, but I've noticed that Hollow Knight keeps like glitching out and I keep having issues with it. So I'll just have to figure out how to fix that error from not arising while we're just like doing the video. Because that would be really awkward. Because every time you're going to see me like freeze and I'm going to be like, stop. And then every time you're going to be like, why? And I'm like, I don't know because it's just broken. That's the truth of it. It keeps breaking for some reason and I don't know why. We'll see, we'll resolve that somehow. I promise you, we'll resolve it. We're gonna need more of these wooden boxes. Because I know we're going to make a lot of these. And here we're going to put the lower one. Or, if not, and you don't like this one, you can just place it right over here and you can still have the same effect. I'm just doing this. And I think I'm gonna place it right over here. No, we have water now. Yucky. We're going to... Don't know where to place to make it look nice. That's good enough. I wish we could place this, but we can't. But we can decorate a little base with the chains we have. You can also make it that it's really cool and you can just place it here. This should also make it a really cool design. Just place it here. I like the this effect, but I don't think it will join. No. To make that join, I would have to actually properly find more chains to do that. I'm not gonna link that. No chance. But, can we make it prettier here? And make just a cool chain effect. I can't go here. I can make something of here. Nope, I don't want that. I do want this. And we can place it upward. And we can place here. No, why is it so goopy boopy? It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like that. I wish we could ride on this. I don't think we can ride on it anymore. What's this? That's more stuff. Let's go and we'll get more trees so we can finish off our base. And we're gonna just steal that little lantern. I don't think that villager needs it. Because I can't see him. And if I can't see him, I can't help him. What is that? I keep seeing these little flesh bits. I don't know if you're supposed to get a shovel and just shovel them out. And if you can get something cool out of them. I don't know, they seem like little chunks. And I don't know if that's something good or bad. Because I haven't been long around here to know my things. Oak bites. We have upgrade fence. For now, we don't need a fence. If we're gonna want a fence, I'll just make a fence then. For now, we're good. Wooden club, we don't need that. We do need, though, a lot of more stuff. So I need that. Okay, let's just place it. Roof. And we're going to... Da-da-da-da-da. We got that. Roof. Then we're going to get more of these. A lot more. And we're going to place a couple more. About 4. And we got that in. We're going to go to bed again. Just to make sure no mob spawns. We got it peaceful. We're going to go in a minute. I just have to finish the base off, so we have everything done here, and I can just, like, run around. And then if I need safety, I can just run back home. We don't want that. That looks so bloobly. There we go. And now we're going to do... Here, here. No! Get me up here. And place, 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 place. That should be good. Now we just need to cover the back. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. And boom. Yay, we have a cool base now. I'm thinking, what else can we do here? We don't need this sign because we can't do much with a sign because it's like broken. But we can make do with this on either side. I think this we don't need. I'm thinking if I can upgrade to this guy. No. We can keep as is. This, we can place more tree. Admin, don't worry, you don't need to worry about me. I have my things figured out. Then we're going to get a little bit more wood. I'm thinking, should we get wood or should we just run around and just see what else can we see? I think first we're going to add more to our thing. What are these bits? They're so making me curious. It seemed like little chunks, but I don't know. I don't want to assume, and then it turns out I spawned something deadly. That's the last thing I want. We have unlocked more stuff we can make. When we can actually steal, in my opinion. Make of this. More patatas. Let's get more of this. Let's flatten this down because we don't need this. We upward. We can make it all pretty and nice. And we can get back to stealing. We've broke our thing. That's fine. I'm gonna add more here. Yay! We have it more added. It's more subsequent. And we can... See, I have everything figured out. And if you ask me why did I put it awkwardly here, I don't know. Good question. I think I like it here though. I like it the sides. It looks more prettier and more presenting. It looks much more nicer in my opinion. Let's add to it. And we can just like place like that. No, that looks nasty. I'm gonna place it upward. Right over here. That looks awkward. There. I don't know, the like bottom one is a little bit awkward every time. Which I don't like how awkward it is. But if it does the trick, then it does the trick. Let's just keep like that. And we can just put some sand here. Let's keep a couple of sand. We can actually smelt down after we get a furnace. Then we have all that grind down. Here we can just place these. I don't really know what I could do with them. We have some jewels we can place on the side and our base. Let's place it right on top of here. I got luck. I don't know what that means. What does that mean if I'm lucky? I use that and I'm just confused. I want a letter. Right on top of here. I can still use it. And ta-da! Looks pretty. Then we're gonna place here the rest of our stuff. Some kind of curse in money. And we're going to have our meat placed in here. Keep our food on us. I think our base is fine for now. I am going to take my bed though, just in case we have some issues. And let's go on in merry way. I think we should make a little stamp point so we know where we are. And by that I mean we're going to make this. And before you say how are you going to get down now? Ta-da! And we have our little base now done. Let's look around, because maybe we can steal from something else. Steal all those chunks, and I don't want to steal those chunks. Oh, loady load. Is there anything that won't kill me while I'm around? For now, I think it's so peaceful, but it can quickly turn volatile if I'm not careful. I steal of seep, which I do need, but I don't know if it's going to just like stall us for a moment. I do have my armor, so we're now ready. Set, go. Let's go. I see a lot of rocks, which I do want, because these rocks are useful, because if I get into trouble, I can just use them to block my little entrance so they don't try to get me. Which I think is a good idea. Let's get more sugarcane in here. We need the sugarcane. Back at our base. Look at our face. That rhymes. I'm sorry, I had to. Anything that rhymes is the best thing. We have more of these. We can get more sticks. If we're here, there must be some kind of like little birch biome. Birch biomes are really the best because if you think about it, there's more stuff for us to explore there than we have here for now. There's more of these chunks, and I don't know what these chunks mean. Ouch. What spiked me? What is that? Because it keeps spiking me. I'm running around because I don't know what is spiking me. Something is attacking me. Something visible. I don't know what. I'm gonna just run around because I don't know what's attacking me. I can't see it. That's the worst point. Okay, there we go. Yeah. We got all that. Get more food in our system. I see another of those. Which I do want to steal from because they have lots of stuff on them. I haven't seen any Titan. Which could be a good sign. Which I'm really happy about. Because it's supposed to be Attack on Titan mod. But more of I've seen is... Can you not talk to me? I don't want to talk to you, Mr. Andman. You're the most scariest thing in this whole universe. Prickly Pepper. We got Prickly Pepper. Why is there so many Endermans? It's like they despawned from somewhere else. Where did you fall out of? The Never? Oh, please let me in. I think I already was here. This looks awfully familiar. I think it might be because I was running away from here. Imagine if I'm stuck just to the one place for some reason unknown. Like some invisible force is forcing me to be stuck in this place. That'd be spooky. Oh, please, Enderman, stop spawning. I don't want to look at you. If I look at you, I'm good as a goner. Good as dead. I don't like it. It keeps spawning around. So here's the tavern. We've already been in this tavern. We might have to make a boat. For now, I do want to steal this guy's thingy. He's still inside. I just don't know what he's doing. I'm stealing your stuff, you know that? I'm just stealing his stuff because anyway, he is not really using it. And I haven't seen him act, like sleep or act. Just steal these. He's not here. I don't hear him, so... Oh, he's nearby. He's playing around with the door. Are you trying to get out? Because I think you already got out. We don't want this, but we can take it because it looks nice for decor. And destroy this. If you don't know how we're gonna get there. Ta-da! He has a lot of stuff, but he's not really using it. Let's steal more of his books. These are my books now. I'm kidding, they're broken. I broke them. But this is mine. I'm thinking, how can we unlock this? Hmm. It must mean that there's must be something here we can actually unlock it with. Don't know. Can I... Maybe? They're invisible, so I might as well. Where would he keep a key? He must be on him. You can't see it. You can't tell what I'm doing. This is not counting to anything. Can you just faint? I think he's gone. Mine now. Hehehe, I'm stealing. I'm thieving. Let's get this. And... Almost. Almost. No. Here? Some roof. Nothing nearby I can unlock it with. Don't know what the use is with that because you can't find much with that. That's locked. This is allowing me to walk normally. I don't know why. Oh, I think just because they hacked the wall. I haven't seen the key though. Surprisingly. Let's get more flowers. For my buddy back there. Num num. Nope. No bird. Okay. We have so many horses, yet we don't know what to do with them. I want to mine those because I'm curious what they are. If there's some kind of titan thingy. I haven't found anything for now. Everything's fairly tame. Surprising. Nope. I thought we can do that nicely. Let's go over here. Our patatas are growing. Let's place... Can we place these in here? No. Okay, never mind. But we can decorate our little outside because we have a head. Which should look epic. I want to steal that skeleton of the Ravager. So I might actually do that. I think we should place this right over here. Ta-da! And this, if you're asking me where we can place it, we can just place it on our new table. And little chairs. And we can go outside and place it like that. Ta-da! It looks gorgeous, right? Buddy, you don't need the food anymore. You lost your rights to the food. See, it's a beautiful barn, right? I just say that, and everyone's like, "What are you talking about? That looks so bad." I'm like, "No, it doesn't. It looks great." I'm too curious of these little bits. I'm curious, and I wonder. Oh, I wonder. Then I'm gonna place this here, and here. Ta-da! We can have more rocks to place. Then we're gonna make more of these. Then place these to get free. Boom, chaka chaka. Perfect. And we can place this around so we can actually climb our little base. We can climb it and be like, haha, I'm on top, you can't get me. Kind of thing. Let's place it on the side like this. Because it makes more sense to have it like that. And let's remove this so we can just like climb upwards. Ta-da! And let's craft more of this. There we go. Figured it out. And we're going to keep these. I'm willing to bet we can make more. Let's mine this one. I don't want the big one because the big tree is a waste of time to actually destroy because I'm going to need to like grow it back and forth again. And it actually looks really nice to the base. So if it grows tall, we're just gonna get another tree. I know it's like, why are you not breaking the tall trees? But they're so goddamn gorgeous that I really want them to the base. And if anything should spawn, we're unlikely to get destroyed in 1 minute. And I think it will delay the time we actually do get destroyed. Let's get the prickly pepper. Or pear to actually grow. Does it normally grow on this? No. I don't want to eat it. I want to keep it. I don't think we have much choice. Nope. Whoa, we're feeling sick. That was not a good choice. That was not a good choice. I don't know how this is supposed to help us when it's gonna make us hallucinate. It's like, why would you make this just to hallucinate? And we have the mug, so we're gonna place it up there. We're gonna place this inside here. This looks nice. I don't know where to place this. Let's place our mug upstairs. See, we're having some decor. And we didn't even make it. We just made it on our own, yeah, Tommy. Continue the base. We can actually place this now here. We don't have any more of this, so we're just gonna place these here. But we do have this, so we can place these things. And get on a run. Coins. Ooh, we're gonna get a kitchen soon. If we figure out how to get a tap. Let's go down and about. La la. Look how gorge. I won't say that enough because I do like how it looks. Our little base looks kind of like a garden now, which is surprising me. And more of this. And here we have more of this to plant. Ooh. And our sugarcane, which can safely now grow right over here. Destroy that. We can place those next to each other. That's fine. We'll just place these above ground. No? Okay. Since you don't want to be here, we're going to just put normal dirt. Boom, boom. And place these around. Boom, boom, boom. Chaka laka laka boom. One more. And... nope. And place some dirt down. Makes that. Ta-da! It looks so pretty. I loved it. Now we should go on explorations, because we have so much wood. We haven't finished our base, but we can, like, live with that. We can just, like, fix it a little bit. Remove the stand. We're gonna move this around. Elsewhere. And this we're going to look out. Almost. Let's remove this, because we can just use it for something else. For other purposes. We don't need this. There we go. Much better. And we're going to place this over... this over here. And this will be over here with our tapestry. Seeing we can not actually do anything, I'm going to move it. So we can actually just write it right over here. And just place it there. Remove this, which we can place right over here. Like a little tavern over here. Then we can place our little stand over outside. So it looks just like this. I think let's place it over here. Boom. It looks like a warrior was slain. Then we're gonna place a little bed, which completes the set. We can put this right here, which walks the look. We have more flowers to add to make it all look nice. Then we're going to add the inside for us. And we're gonna just like do something like this. And boom bam. Boom bam. Go to bed. I think we've got this figured out. Now we have this, which we can make into what exactly? A couch. We're looking for it to make a couch, but we don't have the wool for it. We have bread. We have more roof. Let's destroy a little bit more of these trees. Destroy. And then we can finish off our full-on base. Then we need just a pickaxe just to steal those lanterns, place them here. There we can go and place more to grow. And we should be stocked up. Quickly make this. Then there we go. These are going to be our windows. Here we're going to have a small window. And now you're questioning how? We're going to make a furnace. And to make a furnace, we're just going to place it right over here so it's warmth. Then we're going to block this out. Make a small window up there. Almost complete. I think we can just remove some plank wood. I think we should have underneath here. Ta-da! And we're going to save up by stealing some of it. I'm going to steal where we do not need it. Here is for now fine. Just place that. 1, 2. No! Get back here. Boom. And let's see, do we have something under here? No. But we do have here, so I'm gonna remove that. Let's look around a little bit more. That's that. We can remove this, because this is going to be replaced anyways. No, is it? Yeah. Keep that. And we need one more block of wood. I'm thinking, what can we use? Oh, there we go. We have something. But isn't that... No, that's fine. Remove that. Boom sakalaka. And we can just put here some of the slabs so we can actually avoid getting killed. That way nothing can actually go for them and we can't actually not see. That almost killed me. That was unexpected. That's fine. We didn't die. Not today. Let's get more wood. And we can make some slabs. And we don't need any of the glass. Because we're not going to make this fancy. We're just going to make this like little barn house so we can actually stick out. And we're going to go hunting for more stuff to find. Hopefully we can find our base though. I'm worrying about that mostly. Because if I can't find my base, then we're good as goners. Out on sea. And it's ironic because it's not a One Piece mod. It's just mostly like... It's mostly an Attack on Titan one, but I haven't seen more of Attack on Titan. Oh, dee-doo. And place this. There we go. That's beautiful. And let's place that here. And you're for wondering, how are you gonna get more light? And I'm like, pickaxe. One answer, pickaxe and stealing. Then we're going to place here some. So we can get more lighting. And right over here. Come on, get out of here. We don't need you, block. And now you're going to be like, oh, you run out. And I'm like, nope, we have plenty. And then place this here. We're going to mine this. And make a little small window. While skeletons now can snipe us, we can actually still survive. Because we can duck now. And here we're going to delete some more of the wood. And now we're going to get one more plank. And boom. And now, I know it looks like a dungeon house, but it should be decent enough for us to try. Then here. And here we're gonna just build this, and we're gonna build this back. Ta-da! This we can place right over his head. Do we have dirt? Ba-bam! And here we're gonna place our rest of stuff. Place this down. Place this down. Let's go get some more. stuff on the way. Let's make a pickaxe so I don't forget. Boom. Let's go mine some. We have some stone right here. We just need a furnace. And we need a shovel. And you see we have more unlocked. We even have a scythe that we can get. And here we have the unlock Stone Age, which ironically enough, the time we actually got all our materials up and we got all the weapons. It's also the time we discovered that we can make weapons and we can also use stones to actually make fire by making little sparks, and then boom, you had a fire. Who was the first? Wait, who was the first one? I think there was the first one. Who made the first fire? I think it was someone. It was a stone man. First fire made stone from, I'm thinking, caveman times. I think it was around 1.7 to 20 million years ago. So in other words, it was by Homo erectus. Using fire is in a controlled manner way dates back at least 1 million years. However, the widespread and habitual use of fire, alluding to a significant cultural shift, became more than evident around 4 million years ago. This era is marked by evidence of the hearths and cooking in caves, indicating that fire was not just for warmth but for food preparation. There you go, you have the information. And let's do it. We have that. And we're going to use this to make... How do we get the rest of the weapons? Okay, so we just need a bunch of sticks. That's nice, but that will take a while. Knowing me. Boomerang. I do want a scythe really badly. Pole. How do we get a pole? You make it out of like a bunch of these and then you just like have a wool. We have one wool. We have sticks, so we can make a pole. And boom. Let's make one. We have the wool. Don't pretend we don't. Now we can use it to get a scythe, because I want that scythe really badly. Oh my god, look at this. Head damage, bonus, decapitate. Ooh, we need these. I love these. And we're gonna get a furnace down. Ta-da! And if you're wondering, can we get anything else? We can get a shovel, which I really do want to use, because reaping what you sow. Yep, we got that, and I want to get rid of these little thingies, because I'm wondering, what are they? Salt. That's salt? Wow. I'm learning. That's salt? Don't know what we can do with the salt. I'm gonna make a boat. Oh, I do have a boat. I'm just gonna get and steel with some little lanterns. I'm going to get rid of these because I'm wondering, what are these? These are apparently salts. They look odd to be salts. I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna get a bunch of salt because I'm salty. Let's nap a little bit more. I like it says decapitation, but we've faced a mob that doesn't actually have a head. So I don't know if that is much help for me. Don't know. Don't think so. Remove this. There we go. I'm gonna keep this. I don't like these barriers. I'm stealing it. No one's gonna see again. And this is mine. This we're going to use in a different time. I don't understand why it can't be somewhere else, this. Because you can make it easier by just like placing it here and here. You know what I mean now? You can just place like that. And here you don't need it because in the corner it's less likely to spawn. Because you still have the light here. I'm going to sleep here. And then I'm going to go back to my base. I need only like one because I don't really have the need for any more of that. This also you don't need because you already have free. The free will actually help you illuminate everything. Let's go over back. And we should be able to plan these over. To place one outside and place one inside. Which should be only one we need. One will be enough. We don't need two. We don't need three. We don't need four. We don't need five. We need two. One for the inside. One second for the outside. And we're going to place like that. Ta-da! And now let's go downstairs. Don't mind that, that's a fly. There's a fly in the room. Don't know what he's doing here. This we won't be mining, so we can just place it over here. Let's do some numbers. And we can go exploring. Let's just place these and let's get on. Okay, first journey of course of action we actually want to do is probably look for the nearest little area or village. Maybe we can find the Wall of Maria. Or anything else that can actually aid us. Because it says you can join a server if you join the Discord, but I don't use Discord personally. I used it a long time ago, I just don't use Discord anymore. Because I didn't really have much to do there. I was just like, oh yeah, you have that, you have that. It wasn't much use for me or interest. So I think mostly I didn't actually like use it at all. I was like once a time on, I think it was Dream SMP when it was still popular. I was on Discord then, but then I dropped it. I didn't need it. I didn't find it anything interesting. Same as Twitter. I don't use Twitter. I don't use Twitch. I don't use anything else. Why? Because I think it's just a bunch of baloney of using it. Why do I not use that? Because I don't use social media 24/7. So for me, it would have no use or reason to actually use it. I know there's this temple down there. I'm not going down there because I feel like they'll kill me before I get there. But generally that is the point. I don't think I'm ever going to use Twitch or Discord or the other thing. I used to have a Discord that I don't use Discord anymore. I think it was just because I didn't have a point in using it. Because I didn't have anyone I knew there and I didn't use it that much. I didn't post. I just checked the Dream SMP like once a whole year. Which should be probably shocking because you would expect like a 17-year-old or 18-year-old to actually be on her phone 24/7. But mostly I focus on my manga and you can see that I post now on YouTube more often than not. Because it actually really is interesting and very fun for me to post 24/7. Because it's like a jab in the back to try to actually like stay online every minute. Because I'm like, oh yeah, here's a natural hazard. Like that video we made about the anxiety, adventure of anxiety. You had the same reason that I was just like, oh, it's giving me anxiety, I'm not doing this. Because I've been told many times that many people tell me, oh, why aren't you online 24/7? Or why aren't you on the like group chat? And I'm like, because I don't use anything online. I mostly sometimes like sit on YouTube more than I sit on TikTok because TikTok's having like a lot of bunch of issues lately. Because every time I try to access it, it says, you have no internet, you have no this, you don't have that, you don't have that. And it keeps complaining. So I don't sit on it 24/7. Same as that, today is my birthday and I'm 18 and I feel like an old cow. I feel honestly like an old cow. I wish I was back to 17. Because I miss being young. I mean, people are gonna be like, that's not old. And I'm like, it is old to me. Because I'm worried that 18 is not gonna be a good time. Especially that 17 is a good prime age to like mess around. And then when you're 18, you have to be all mature and serious. It's just my worry. I've heard like a lot of stories where people say, for example, they get kicked out of their house just because they're 18 now, and that is my anxiety, my biggest anxiety of, well, yeah, not getting a job. It's the anxiety of that because I know where I'm gonna go, probably a charity shop because I like charity shops. But the thing is, I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna work there for the rest of my life, and then I get told no because I don't know if that shop is gonna exist for long. And I'm like, yeah, but I like that charity shop. I think I like the idea of working there and as an organizer. Why is that a different color? But anyway, I think I'm going to play at a charity shop. That looks so gorgeous, the water. But I think it'd be the best course of action for me. Why, you ask? Because I think it'd be much more interesting for me to bounce around back and forth between doing that and that, rather than just being like, oh yeah guys, we're just going to do this and nothing else. Because I think that's silly Billy. Because I know I want a charity shop and maybe I want to be an operator in England. I would be a night one operator in America, but knowing that, I don't really want to go to America with all the mumbo jumbo that has been happening, and apparently how some things are expensive now. Because I know I watched I watched a VTuber named Omni. I think Omni or Omi. In other words, I watched him and he said mostly that his eggs costed 20 or 25 and his like friends costed like 30. So he had to pay that much, and he said, I remember that I watched the video because he was like, your green sickens me. And I was just laughing because I was like, oh my god. I'm like, this dude is funny. Even if his house looks a little bit like, all like garb. And I don't mean to hesitate that because he drinks like a bunch of Monster. I think it's still, he's a cool guy, okay? That's a cool VTuber. Because I actually watch his content, not because I recognize just for that. I did see like a couple of his songs, I don't remember it on the top of my head, but I did see them. I mostly recognize him for burning down his like own blender because his blender exploded. I don't know how you make that happen. But I remember watching his videos because I watched them yesterday because I was just like, oh, I was dreading the next day and I was like, oh, I might as well make myself happy watching him. And then I was watching also, like, I think I was watching another VTuber that I was watching, like, a couple days ago, 12 days ago. And it's like, I don't know her name because I don't know the VTubers too well. But I know I was watching her. I think she's, like, the zombie, like, chick. For me, I can't watch her. Like, it was fine because when she speaks, like, Japanese or Korean or Chinese or any other language, it's fine. But when she speaks, like, English, it, like, bursts my eardrums. And I was like, please, Lord of God, please speak normally. Why are you yelling? For him, he's fine because he may be yelling and I might have my eardrums burst, but it's more chill than the zombie girl because I can't listen to her. Every time I hear screaming in my ear and it sounds like a teacher yelling at me for doing wrong things, but instead her talking about her life. Because I liked it. I didn't like the fact that I was being screamed at in the ear. It's same as I actually watched a few other female VTubers and it was not that much fun because I didn't actually have a favorite in terms of those. I haven't had any female favorite VTuber for now, as I know it, because some of them I like them, but sometimes they're too quiet or they're too loud. I think if I had to say which one I prefer, maybe without acting like a little doozy, I think I would just say that I prefer the ones that are really middle grounded, the calmer ones. I can't say any because I don't remember all the names. I'm mostly familiar with the male VTubers, but I'm familiar with them. But yeah, I'm mostly familiar with them than I'm familiar with anything else. I like it says Attack on Titan also, but there hasn't been anything of Attack on Titan lately. I haven't seen any Titan, which is weird. Awfully weird. But yeah, I don't know any female VTuber. You might as well recommend me a couple if you want to. I might check them out and I might be like, oh, okay, is her voice loud or is she too quiet? I want a middle base ground, you get what I mean? I don't want a VTuber who's too quiet or who's too shy. I'm fine with a shy VTuber, but I'm usually the one that is going to be like, oh my god, what if I'm the one talking so much? And it's like, you dread it because you know those people you talk to and then like you're too talkative and then they're just being really quiet and you don't know if you're being a little bit too narcissistic or you're not being narcissistic. That's what happens with me. Because I don't know if I'm being narcissistic or if I'm talking normal to them or if they're just like bored with what I'm saying or is the topic that I have to change it up a little or make it more interesting. I don't know because on the other end, you have no reply at all. You don't know if they're liking it or not because I've had it that a long time ago. I know like this girl, she was French and I know that lots of people were really adverse to people who's French, especially like my free friends because like one of my friends don't like the French people and I don't know why. Like why don't you like French people? Because the thing is, she herself has a surname that's French and I said, yeah, but your surname is French and she's like, so? And she's like, I don't like it anyway. And I'm like, why do you not like French people? Just because you live in UK and you're born here, it doesn't mean you can't like French people. You should like people never mind what language or origin they are. Unless they've done something that you can't accept. For example, they attack someone or something, and then okay, that's specific person, no, you don't need to like them because they've done something bad. But if they didn't do anything and you're just saying, oh, I don't like French people, it's like, why do you not like them? You haven't met a French person. She never even said that she knew anyone who's French, so I don't understand what is the point of that. If you don't like someone, fine, go ahead. But you don't have to say you don't like a certain like language if they haven't done anything to you. I think that's kind of like a hypocrite kind of thing. It'd be much more better if she just said, oh, I don't like her, or I don't like this type of French person. But can you not hit me, buddy? But I don't get it, because sometimes it's odd. It's curious what people say, because sometimes they're like, oh, I like this person. They're like, oh, I don't like this, and I don't like this. I'm like, why do you not like them? And I'm like, is it something to do with them, or is it mostly about you? I don't know. I don't like the idea of people saying I don't like you or I don't like that. It's like, why do you not like them? Bear with me, I'm just going to quickly turn this on peaceful, because I don't want to get killed. And I want this. But that's what I mean. It's very rude in my opinion. That people say, for example, I don't like this or I don't like this person or that. It's like, why do you not like them? Is it mostly about you? Or is it mostly you're just saying that because you're trying to make someone fit in the crowd? It's like, well, if you don't like someone, you don't have to say it. If you have a reason and you have your own personal, like, or maybe someone was mean to you, it doesn't mean that every French person's that bad. Because I like to believe that lots of people are different in their own matter. Like, maybe they're like this or that or that. You never know. Maybe they are just dealing with something that they can't actually address because maybe it's so serious that they just don't want to say it. And then she's like, I don't like French people. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, if you don't like them, just explain it. You don't have to go in detail. Just say why. Just basic why. It's not just because she says, oh, because this is the reason. She says, I don't like French people just because I don't like them. It's like, but why? They're nice people. They're honestly lovely people. I had a French friend. I had a second nice French friend. I have no bad experience with other people, as far as I know. Mostly I had bad experiences with like people in this country, in Britain, because I've had so many friends, and I'll tell you this. Like, I had a ton of friends who were really bad, because I know that one of my friends even punched me in the eye, because mostly, like, my friend Marcus, I won't say who he is, I'll just say generally we were friends. And what happened was that he mostly like bent over and I got punched in the eye, and instead of saying sorry to me, he just like walked off, and I was like, what the hell? And I was like, you're not even gonna stand here and just say you apologize. And he literally just walked out like nothing happened. I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. The same as like when we actually finished school, right? When we finished school, I mostly told him in like secondary if he knows me, and he said to me, no, I don't know you, and he just ran away, and I was like, are we friends? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Did I do something bad? You can just tell me, what did I do? Because I know my friend, she actually like hit me in the eye, like punched physically. And mostly I cried because back then I was a crybaby. I will not be afraid to admit that I was a crybaby back then. But yeah, I got punched in the eye. That's why mostly one of my eyes are lazy now. So every time you see me, you're just like, are you okay with one eye? I'm like, yeah, totally. I totally am paying attention to you. It's just my eye. And I've been so many times believed to be like sleeping. I know last time in our class, I've been so dumbfounded yesterday. Because, not yesterday, yesterday before that. Because I came into school, right? And get this, do you know when I came in, I was the only one in R. Because it turns out that we can go home. Next day, we're not expected to go to school. So I was like, okay, I'm not expected to be at school. Okay, I still have to go to school because I have my exam next week. And do you know what a teacher shocked me with? She legit asked me, oh, so if everyone else is home, how come you're not home? And I'm like, are you saying you don't want me here? I was so heartbroken because I was like, you don't want me here? And do you know her reply with us? She was like, oh, I don't mean it like that. And I'm like, you just said you don't want me to be here. You can't just say that and then just like overlook that. She just says, oh, then why are you here? I'm like, because I have my exam next week. I know I was the only one, and it's really bothering her because she wanted to go elsewhere. But you could have just went because I was anyway. I'm in an older year, so she might as well. And they'll just tell me, oh, then why are you here? My heart broke, etc. Because I was like, what do you mean I'm here? Shouldn't you be like, oh, great, you're here. I'm happy about that. That's the thing, I was the only one. And my other teacher, my actual art teacher, who like took her for cover, she usually wasn't so kind to me because I know she didn't like my whole choice in surrealism, and she was really hypocritical. And I know after like we reported her, she mostly now acts really nice when she actually does not want to act nice. How you know? How I know, you ask me? Because mostly, when I've realized, she actually acts so nice to me now, but where was that niceness when we were still in the year full on? Same as she actually made little, like, postcards for us to actually invite others around us, like family, friends, whatever, for our gallery. And believe me or not, it happened that I actually looked at mine where she took my photo of my favorite painting or drawing, aka that I made. That was mostly coloring pencil, one of them, and the other one was not coloring pencil, and the whole like art, these two were connected, and it was La Vida de Muerto, which means life and death, I believe. And mostly I called it, and she said, oh, Spanish again. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, what do you mean? Oh, Spanish again. And she's like, yeah, but it doesn't have anything Spanish. And I'm like, it doesn't have anything Spanish. I'm not relating this to Spanish. It might have a name that is Spanish, but I'm mostly relating to the fact, like, life and death. I can't just say life and death in English because it doesn't sound anything nice. And then La Vida del Muerto, it sounds even better because now it links to the life of the dead, where you can actually say, not the life of the dead, but Day of the Dead, where you can actually celebrate it by looking at my artwork. Maybe it doesn't have anything related to it, but if you think about it, black and white in pencil could actually symbolize death. Why, you ask me? Because when people say, if once you die, you actually see everything black and white, and they say don't look too much into the black and white, when truth be told, that represents death. And then the colored one, coloring pencil, represents life. It was a whole nutcase scenario because I was pretty upset about that because she was like, oh, there's nothing Spanish here though, and she's like, let them, and she's like, la vida, what does la vida mean? And I'm like, that means life, and she just laughs and she's like, ah, and something, and I didn't listen to the rest because I was like, can you stop being like all of a sudden nice to me? Because she wasn't nice to me before, but now she's awfully too nice. Like, she's trying to make up for it after she was told that she might lose her job. And instead of actually apologizing to me, she didn't even apologize to me. Because I remember one time she grabbed a brush, she grabbed it in front of my face, and instead of saying it nicely and saying, oh, it's fine or something like that, she grabbed the brush, and I said, oh, yeah, I brought a new brush. And she's like, a really bad one. And she does it in front of everyone to, like, embarrass me and humiliate me. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, why are you so mean? And one time I stood up for myself. She got really mad. I don't know what the hell was wrong with that, because I stood up for myself because I was like, I said to her that I'm not going to do something because it's based off the system. And she said, yeah, but the system does that. And I'm like, so what does the system do? Because I said to her that I wanted to do something else. Because I remember that I wanted to do one drawing with another drawing at the back so you can switch it while it's on the frame. So that means if she didn't like one of them, she can swap to the other side. Or if you don't like the first one because it bores you, you can switch it. Or you can connect it to the board so you can flip over and you can have two on the back. And she said, no, because we don't do that in the system. And I'm like, I'm supposed to have creativity in the subject, right? Why aren't you letting me? And second of all, it was the mock exam. You can't excuse that. That was the mock exam. Because whenever I asked another teacher, she would just say, okay, you can do that, but the thing is you're going to have complexity. She didn't say why. She just said, you can't do that. I'm like, why? I'm not asking anything complex. Because my other friend, for example, she wanted to do all pastels. Yeah, all pastels are complicated. She explained that. I understood that because that takes a lot of time to actually get all mixed and everything. But for me, she had no answer why. It was just like, because you can't. I'm like, you're not really helping here. Same as I remember that I wanted to do another artist because I was really curious of their art. I think it was a sewing artist, and when I did it, I did a whole like drawing of it. I will show it once I actually done the exam. I will share it with you guys and you'll see my art that I did in the exam. It's not that good, I'll tell you that. I personally think it's really bad, and my gallery is on the 20th. I think it looks bad. It looks garbage. But you might think otherwise, I don't know. But I know I'm going to share it on DeviantArt as well. Or DeviantArt, because I actually like my people there on DeviantArt because they're really supportive as well as on YouTube. I have some people who actually love my art and I love my content, which I'm really, really happy about because I always wanted to be someone that I can actually find new friends, and I can be someone that actually finds new friends and have a friend group or tries to make someone's day, because I honestly love that idea because I want to make someone smile at the end of the day. That's my point. I'm not gonna be the type to be like, oh, I want to be famous, I want to be popular. Because fame and money can't buy you happiness. It can't. You can buy all you want, but it won't buy you happiness. My opinion. Because you can always ask for cash, you can always want cash, but it's not gonna buy you happiness at the end of the day. Because no matter how much money, it doesn't replace as much as you can actually get support elsewhere. Because support you can barely get, but do you know what you can get? You can get plenty of people to actually help you out with your things. You can actually have some people to make friends with. While in reality, money is just a material at the end of the day. It's nothing special. It's just money. You just have like this cash, and what do you do with the cash? Nothing. You just purchase buy and stuff that are inanimate objects that can actually do nothing. And they can't talk to you. They can't actually tell you, oh, everything will be fine or anything. They can't do any of that. Like a human person can, because the human person can actually tell you like, oh, you're doing great, or oh, let me help you here. When you're old and crippled, do you think money will help you? No. If you have like children, or you have like grandchildren, or you have a friend, that will help you anytime you need them, that's actually a good thing, because money can help you. It won't grow legs to actually help you out of any case. Maybe you can buy someone to help you to walk or to travel around or move around, like a care home. But care homes aren't always a good idea as well, because you'll still be lonely, and the people you know, you won't be actually having them around to help you around the place. So I think that's still a garb thing, because either way, you're still going to be alone. So I don't see why people always are like, oh, money can solve all your solutions. They can't solve your solutions. They won't solve your solutions. You can beg and pray that it will do just that, what it's intended to do, but it's not going to do that. It's not going to help you. It's not going to get you out of a situation. Just like if you actually commit something bad, just admit it. That's the best scenario you can do. Admit you've done a mistake, learn from it, be a better person. Because what I've seen plenty times again, that people always choose cash. For me, I was offered 24k, right? I don't want your 24k. I do art because I was offered for my art, I think one piece of my manga, and I didn't want it because I was like, ma'am, I appreciate you giving me this cash, but I do not want this cash. I'm not looking for doing this business. I won't tell you which business, but in other words, I told her I didn't want to do that because it was mostly about like selling art, but the thing is, it's like repeated everywhere online to the point that it's mostly like cheating people out of money, or sometimes people don't get paid and the artwork is used just without their permission. She was really well known, so I didn't actually be rude to her. But I know I told her already that I'm not going to do that because I just didn't want to do that. My money is all about money. And get this, after they told us that university is going to help us make, they told us they're going to be like, oh, if you choose this job, it will give you this much money. It was never about the work. And then like, yes, last time, I remember my teacher's like, oh, if you have, it's not about money, because if you make it for money, you actually, it's not art anymore, and it's better if you do it without the money. And I'm like, miss, first of all, you still need to support your business. Even if you don't want the money, you still need to support it, because I'm well aware that lots of stuff will cost a lot. And there's a good reason, because, for example, you don't get a PNG tuber for free. PNG tubers usually cost 23 or 95. It's because it takes the, person's time out of their own personal lives. Because if you think about it, look, for example, like my PNG tuber, I made on my own. It didn't cost any penny. But if you consider the fact that you have to pay the bills, you have to pay the electrical bills, you have to pay for the computer. If your computer breaks, you have to repair it. And if your laptop or other device breaks, you have to fix it. So you can't just say, oh, I'm going to just make a PNG tuber because it's easy. Also, it's same accounts as what type of program you're using. I use Krita. Krita is lovely. You can get other brushes to actually use. My PNG tuber took me around 3 to 4 hours because I mostly was debating how to design her. First, I was considering black slates because I was like, oh, I'm going to make it a cutesy bootsy style. But then you see that it's all pink. Why I focused on making a pink one was because I actually thought about Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Sins, and I was also thinking about a style that would fit close enough to like Black Butler, because they had the blouses, the women. And you can see that also I have like the dress here that I was basing off another character. I don't know the character. She had a little ribbon in her hair, pink hair. I don't remember her name or have watched that anime, but I know that I mostly focused on making my PNG tuber, and the reason VTubers cost a lot is because usually it takes the same time, but sometimes it takes months to actually make it. That's why mostly I gave up with making the live 2D model, because I had so many issues. First, when I had the model, live 2D didn't want to load it. I got the Jason, didn't want the Jason. I couldn't get the Jason for her first, didn't want to use, wanted it. Like, I didn't like the VTube thingy. Not the VTube thingy, but as in VTube Studio. I don't like it. It's so hard to use, my opinion. You barely know what the hell you're doing. Live 2D is quick, you can catch up to everything. While it's still complex, you can still learn half of it. The eyes are the simplest part. Go for the eyes, my opinion. Don't go for the mouth, go for the eyes. The mouth is hard because for mine, I was considering making the whole mouth. You see my mouth structure in the PNG tuber, for example? It's because here, the mouth I have, it would have just closed and I didn't have more than one mechanism. So I had only like one mechanism only. So it would move up and down like a lazy little type of thing. And I had the eyes animated as you saw last time if you checked the story. If you didn't, then okay, I'll just explain to you. The eyes are the easiest part because you just have to connect everything, move the top to the bottom, and you have to move the bottom so it joins to the top. Because you have the mesh, you have the other eye, you have the mesh, you have the parameter. The parameters you have to mess around with. You also have to mess around with the direction. You have to make sure you add with the plus that you have the exact thing you're meant to have. because you can have different parameters. For example, I had a separate parameter that I was planning to use that I just gave up with the live 2D model. That mostly I did animate it. I did actually try to process it. It didn't work in VTube Studio, so I just gave up that one. That's my, if you actually check my thing, you can see that I actually gave up with mine because I didn't know what the hell was what I was doing. Even if I watched like a plenty of videos, the only videos I found helpful to actually teach me how to do it, I can link them in a video if anyone wants them, if you ever ask. I did watch them, they were more useful for me. Like the other ones, they're okay, but they're not good at explaining anything, my opinion. It might be helpful with other people who actually do understand the complex instructions, but for me, it wasn't. And this mod, for example, if we're talking about this mod also, I would say that it was a decent mod. I just wish there were more titans. But without further ado, I hope you enjoyed. And if you want more of this mod, even though there's not much of this mod to see, there's only a couple of items, furniture, and maybe, hopefully, they can add more stuff. I can't use Discord, so I'm hoping they just see this video or they actually, like, hear about it. So they can add, like, some titans. Because I would love if they added some titans that can run around. Or they ask someone to help them out to make these titans. Because I like it. I love the food structure. I love everything here. I just don't like it that there's no time to chase me. The one, like the anime one, where you had a whole bunch of these animes mushed together, was even better. I like that one a lot. I also like the Pixelmon. I love the Cobblemon. My opinion would be if Pixelmon added the idea and incorporated the idea into their own game mod, that we can actually walk around while we're fighting a Pokemon, like Cobblemon did. But I think it's generally good, but I also wish that it would be more chance higher to actually get a Pokemon that is shiny, because it's so low that I couldn't even get one. I only got colored ones, although it shows in pixels. So I don't understand. Can I get it or can I not? Because I've seen plenty of people get shiny Pokemon, but I haven't seen one in since 9 years. I don't know if it's just because that one Pixelmon mod, specific one, doesn't get only shinies easily, or is it the other one? But, as you see, I'm going to be munching. I wish it could be munching so you can see the munching effect, but there's no munching effect. And I know what you're going to just say, why is that the saddest breakfast I've seen? Hear me out, it's a good breakfast. And as the sun sets, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you would like me to play anything else, please do recommend some things. I can do free games, and I can do other type of games. I'm mostly doing it because I'm really bored and I don't have more, and I'm enjoying like posting a lot. And I'm enjoying saying that some people do enjoy the videos, and I keep actually sharing more stuff about me. Because I'm going to be very open with myself, and I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm this person, or I'm not that person. I'm going to be very open about it, and you can tell that it's a different model. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.